Hello everyone, welcome to next video of advanced web designing. This is the fifth video. In the previous video we discussed about browser object model, and in this video we will discuss about another object model, that is document object model. It is also known as DOM. Okay, and like browser object model was related to the browser, so this object model is basically related to your whole HTML document. So DOM basically represents the whole HTML document. Okay, and whenever the HTML document is loaded in the browser, it becomes a document object. It is basically the root element that represents the HTML document. Without this, your HTML document cannot be displayed. It also has properties and methods, right? So by the help of document object, we can add dynamic content to our web pages. Okay, now in this like window dot object, right? So window dot document, like window is basically for browser object model, right? So window dot document is similar to document. Now it is basically a language neutral interface. According to W3C, DOM is basically a platform and language neutral interface that allows program and scripts to dynamically access and update the content, structure and the style of a document. So DOM is very useful. It lets you lets you assess the content dynamically, assess the structure dynamically, assess the style of a document dynamically. So this is very important, and this is very useful for any user, for any programmer, for any web developer. So it also has methods. So the very first is write. Write method is basically used to write down anything on the screen, right? And it is a document. It is a document method. And similarly, it can also be used either by using a document object or directly, as of the case we did in the case of browser object model. And another is write ln. This is basically to write the elements in the next line. Okay, and then we have get element by id. Now it basically returns the element having the given id value. For example, if you remember, I told you that in every tag you can define its id, its class, its value and its name as well. So using the id of the tags, you basically can return the value which is entered into that field. I will give you an example of this, then it will be more clear to you. Second is get element by name. You can get the elements value using the name, also name of the tag, and you can also use the tag name as well. You can use get element by tag name. Okay, then you will get the value of the element using the tag name. You can even use the class name as well, get element by class name. So there are various ways to get the values of these documents. So before going to the example, I would like to tell you how you can assess the field values basically. So basically assessing the field is basically to going to get the input text from the user. Okay, you will get the input text from the user. Now you want that value to be used in your function. So how are you supposed to access that value, access that field value? So for that you need to use document form dot name dot value to get the value of the name field. Okay, in this form is basically name of your form. Okay, and the name is basically attribute name of the input text. Value is the property that returns the value of the input text, meaning that whatever is written in that field, right? Now moving to the example for prompt. No, this is not the example for prompt. This is a mistake. This is not an example for prompt. This example is correct, but this is basically for document get element by id. Okay, not for prompt. So in this example, you have as you can see that I have defined a function named message, and then there's a variable v, and the value is assigned to this variable is document dot get element by id num dot value. So document is basically the dom object, right? Then it get element by id is the method of the document object, and num is basically the id. This is the id name. Id, you can see this here in this input, the id is num, so we are using this here. Okay, then dot value to get the value which will be entered by the user in the input in the text field that has an id of num. Okay, which is this. Then whatever the value will be entered by the user will be cubed, like we are getting a cube here. Like for example, if I have entered 2, so alert box will do a calculation like 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, and will give you the output as 8. It will show you 8 only. Okay, and this script tag, whatever is written in the script tag, you will write this in under the head tag. Okay, and whatever this form will come under the body tag. Then you will create a form, and here is the enter number. Here user will enter the number, and here is the button to whenever the user after there will the sorry, here the user will enter the number. After that, here is the button where the message, this function is called, right? So this is basically an example for the get element by id. Similarly, you can use get element by name. Okay, like here the name is number. You can see the name is number, so instead of using num here, which is an id, you have to write get element by name, and the value will become number because name is number. Dot value will remain similar because you want to return the value, you want to get the value of that text field. And similarly, you can use the tag name. In tag name, you will write the tag name, like you can write the tag name which you will define there. And class name can also be defined, like rather than, for example, like if I've used a button, so we use, if I say button class equals to contact, so that class name will be used here, and the method will be get element by class name. Okay, so this is all about this video, and this is everything about DOM, that is document object model. For any queries, you can write in the comment section, and don't forget to follow, review, rate and share this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Thank you.